And we should be live. After I deactivated the intro music, because we don't need the intro music right now. Oh yeah, that's not how the... Oh, I deactivated it. My bad. We are live. Finally. With way too much time not playing, goddammit. That we have? I thought that's on. Yeah, now, yeah, for some reason I did not get the context, even the context was what I did say. Damn it. Was it a complete cliffhanger? I remember what happened the last time, but I don't remember correctly where it exactly ended. Wait. Yeah, thanks, Quito. I'm gonna fix it. One moment. Apparently people can't hear you guys. I see why. I made an oopsie when it didn't accept my... Yeah. At first it didn't accept my microphone. Yeah. At first it didn't accept my microphone, and I fixed that and apparently deactivated or set the wrong audio output.
Oh.
Yeah. But now you're hearable.
Hi.
Hello.
For better or for worse?
Yeah. I assume you two don't want to make a recap this time? Or
nope, not it.
This one's all you, sir.
Aww. Let me quickly think what you... I remember the big end thing. Oh yeah, we started when you were basically when you had your fight with the hunters. And then we're in the hunter's house, so to say. And yeah, you looked a little bit inside the building, what's going on there, what is there and stuff. You learned that there are some magical science thingies in the basement of them, whatever they mean. Shortly thereafter, the cavalry came a little late, which was Ruha you didn't met before, and Carlos Aspina again. Yeah, they took the surviving hunter with them for further interrogation, if I remember correctly.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
And left you on your own account. At first, you decided that, hey, I have an idea. We should go and figure out what the magical symbols are, and did go to the vampiric specialists about magic de Tremere, who did not tell you something useful, but got a favor out of you.
Yeah.
After that, you got message from the Nosferatu that you should meet them, which resulted in a rather unpleasant way there. Especially for one of you two, more than the other.
Yeah.
There you met with the second Primogen of this night, the Nosferatu Primogen, who did give you informations about where to find the people you are looking for, who stole the box, who seem to be Sabbat members. You got also the message that apparently this... from another Nosferatu, a little bit more in a sneaky way, that those guys you're looking for are not the guys you think who they are. I think that was more or less how they said it. Did I write it down? Oh yeah, I did write it down. The people you're looking for are not the people you think you're looking for. That was the exact words. I did write it down. I was good.
You did good.
Yeah, this time I remembered to write it down. Informations like that are important, especially the wording sometimes. But even if they are who you think who they are or not, you did go out to a pet shop.
Yes. Got that little dude.
Yep.
Got my little gecko.
Yep. Where Amber did buy a gecko who is of the opinion that all humans are monkeys and vampires are just dead monkeys. Hence the nickname how he calls Amber.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, I have to train him better.
Yeah.
If you can train a gecko.
Yeah,
It's only the
there's
first
that.
night.
Yep. Yeah, with the gecko, with the new member of your team, the gecko, I forgot his name. Will you give him a name? What was his name?
Sam.
Sam. Sam, yeah, let me write it down quickly so I don't forget it again. Sam. Gecko. Yeah, with Sam in your pocket, basically, you did drive to the place where the people you're looking for, but who are not who you think you are looking for, are. Which
Yes.
is, which was a warehouse of sorts, so a rather warehouse that is not used as a warehouse anymore. Both Sam and Amber did look into the facility in, well, the gecko as a gecko and Amber in owl form, and figured out that there are three people, two guys and a girl. And there's a big hole in the ground, and there are bodies, apparently what they left from when they were eating, and stuff like that. So you did go back together, of sorts, so to say, to get back the box. You could say so. Yeah. At first, Amber was still in owl form in the main part of the facility, while Aspen did try to go in from in front, where the girl of the group was somewhat approaching her, so to say. Turns out the girl by the name of Escarina, or exactly Esmeralda, somewhere like
Esmeralda, yeah.
Esmeralda, that was it.
Yeah.
Yep. Basically did not like what she was doing there and tried to ask for help, but she also could not really say anything because something was not making her not being able to do so.
Yeah, it took some Ventrue mind games to get even a little bit out of her.
Yes, exactly. And yeah, you did place her in the car, and then the fight started.
Yeah.
First guy was rather quickly shot down. He pushed her, he looked out of the facility and got a headshot to the face.
Yeah,
Which-
from close range from a double barrel shotgun.
Yep, which is not very survivable even for vampires, especially someone who's probably a little bit younger and not on the older age. I mean, a really old vampire would just shrug probably.
Probably. But still.
Basically, you couldn't survive it.
Yeah, basically couldn't survive it. The other guy did make a little bit more of a fight, and Amber Heard had an amazing idea to end this fight. Still in the owl form, she did fly over the guy and changed back into the bear form. The problem is she also was very short on blood and a little bit wounded, so she did frenzy, and Aspen needed to flee from her ally. But after
Amber tried to be a drop bear, but
Yep.
she evolved into a savage drop bear.
yeah, an undead animal full of rage.
Yeah.
But yeah, shortly thereafter, she calmed down enough that you could talk again and so on, and you did find the box indeed. Aspen took out the blood vial out of the box to bring it to the Anarchs in downtown as promised, and left the box there and are now on their way to the car. And also, Amber, I decided the frenzy situation. You have fur everywhere except on your face because that's still
Yeah.
playable.
That would be extremely difficult.
Yeah, and
Right.
I don't want it to make
Still.
too difficult. It's a weakness.
Okay.
It's not an extreme bad
Yeah.
situation. I mean, Nosferatu have a similar situation, but at least they can obfuscate. And the whole clan
Yeah,
is worked around getting used to that.
And we'd have to spend several hours every night just shaving her
So,
just to get her looking normal. So, yeah.
yep.
we are.
Let's go to not downtown. But we still have my amazing drawings.
Which reminds me,
Huh?
what time is it?
Right now it's around 1 a.m.
It's only
Okay.
1 a.m.?
What?
We've done a lot,
Yeah.
but probably
Time
don't wanna
flies
hang
when you're
around for too
busy.
long.
Yep.
So, first things first is I want to take care of this situation.
We will. But there's a couple more things we need to do.
You don't understand. I'm not going anywhere out with this.
I put my hand on her shoulder. I know. And it is the very next thing, I promise. But first, we need to get. We may not get a better opportunity than this.
I mean,
What?
I guess if we can, like, find clippers or something, maybe some scissors, I don't know, something to be able to maybe take care of this while we're on the way.
I give Amber a reassuring smile. Don't worry, I'll figure that part out. What I need you to do is go to the car and speak to my new little friend, okay?
Yeah. I can do that.
Trust me, it's going to be fine.
Everything's fine. Don't worry about
But-
it.
What I need you to do is ask her a little bit more about her master in particular. She probably
Okay.
won't be able to answer a whole lot. Even I wasn't able to get much out of her. But if you can give some time frame on when he'll arrive, that'll be a huge help. Also, I'm going to need your cell phone.
Yeah. I go ahead and give her my cell phone.
Mhm.
I take it and give Amber a little hug. It's going to be fine, I promise.
Yeah, okay. I go ahead and try and, like, pull the sleeves and all the things that I'm wearing, like, as low as I can.
Show as little skin as possible, huh?
Yes.
Yep.
Well,
And I
it's
keep my hands in my pockets.
it's a good thing you like some comfy clothes. I can't imagine how much of a problem would be if you were in a dinner gown right now. I
I guess
give her a
comfy
little
has
smile.
I guess comfy has its benefits.
Well, I didn't believe in the merits, but tonight they sure showed themselves.
Amber simply nods as she heads to the car.
Mm-hmm.
After Amber leaves, I open up the phone and I give Mr. Carter a call.
Yep. Takes a while, then he answers the phone. Again with goddamn slime. Saying nothing. You just hear that the doop and it ends.
We found it. And I give the address of the warehouse.
I see. Then please bring the box in question to me before someone gets there and takes it.
I will try. We have reason to believe there's a very powerful vampire on the way.
Then you should hurry to bring me the box before that powerful vampire comes back and takes it with him.
Yes, sir. I'll get right on that.
I will wait for you. And he ends the call.
I hang up. Oh, fuck, not exactly what I was hoping for, but okay. And I go after Amber.
Yep. Then in the
'Cause
meantime, sorry,
I'm assuming a giant ass stone box. I'm not going to be able to move myself.
it's not that big. Maybe
It's not that big. It's like about the
Well,
size of an average box.
yeah.
In that case, I'll try.
Yep. Okay, you go back and warehouse and get a box.
Yep.
Okay. In
For
the
some
meantime,
reason,
sorry.
oh, go ahead.
No, you
I
first.
was,
for some
I was gonna
reason.
say for some reason I had it in my mind this thing was like a sarcophagus-sized box, like a huge thing.
That's Bloodlines. That's not my game.
Okay, fair enough.
Because the way how I was thinking it is like, you know, those little box fans.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
I
Yeah, I was thinking
mean,
about like maybe that big, maybe a little bit smaller.
what was his name? Golia took it from the shelf and placed it on the table when he showed it back then.
Yeah,
Fair,
so like,
fair.
Which
I
is
forgot about that
admittedly
detail.
half a year back from our time, but still.
Wow, it's been half a year.
Yep. But yeah, you go.
Not for y'all watching this, but for us, it's been half a year.
For
Wait.
them too.
oh my god.
What?
Well, if they just found the series and they're going
Ah,
through it
you mean like
sequentially,
that,
it won't
yeah.
seem like six
Yeah.
months.
Oh my god, I didn't realize it was that long.
Neither did I.
And we've only been in LA for we've only been in LA for like
A week?
a week.
A week.
Yep. Busy week. Much happening.
Yeah.
Yep. So, and Amber arrives at the car.
Alright. So, my friend wanted me to try and figure some things out. Calm you down a bit.
Mm-hmm.
So, can you first start with your name?
Esmeralda.
Esmeralda. That's actually a pretty name.
Thank you.
And- You're welcome.
She looks at you
So-
skeptical.
Hmm?
She looks at you skeptical.
Well, my name is Amber. I know it's not as pretty as a name as Esmeralda, but
What will you do with me now?
well, as of now, we don't really have anything much that we can do with you. We're not gonna abandon you, though.
She not.
For now, though, we do need to try and figure out a couple things, especially related to, let's say, an acquaintance of yours and how soon they are due to arrive.
I don't know when he comes. Normally, sometimes he comes earlier, sometimes not. For a few years, he doesn't come that often anymore.
But was he due to arrive anytime soon today?
He shrugs. Maybe, maybe not.
What about the people that you were with? Did they seem like they knew anything about him coming relatively soon?
She shakes her head.
I see. And
That
I
don't
take it
jive.
and I take it you do not know what's in the box as well, correct?
A little glass thing with some blood in it and some stone with carvings in them.
Do you know if there was anything else in there as well?
She shakes her head. Wasn't anything in there.
All right then.
He just said we should take it and he will get it after things calm down. And until then, we should do the usual things.
And what was the usual things for you?
Attacking the vampires in town and telling them about us, telling them that we are Sabbat.
I see. So, you weren't Sabbat to begin with, were you?
I don't know. I don't even know what the Sabbat is and what is all of that. I was just going my day, and then something happened at the evening, and then I was all of a sudden this here, and then there was the other two who did go do the same thing, and he said we should do the things, and he did something with
Calm
us,
down.
and
Calm down.
we couldn't do anything else. We had no chance. It was
Calm
at first
down.
like our body was moving without us doing anything.
Okay.
Some
Well-
bloody tears run down her her face, which is basically
Aw.
blood.
Aw. You're safe with us now. I hope. For now, it's probably best for us to try and get you out of this situation as easily as we can.
She nods.
For now, wait here.
She nods again.
At this point, I try and signal Aspen back into the car.
Aspen is somewhere in the warehouse. You don't see her.
I'm still trying to haul that box over.
Then I go ahead and assist Aspen in getting the box.
Yeah. In the meantime, Aspen, you arrived at the hole.
Okay.
Yep. And you dig out the box again, I assume.
Yes.
Yep. How would you react when I tell you it's not there anymore?
I'm going to be a little. I can tell you, Aspen's gonna freeze in place for a moment.
Yeah, but happily for you, the box is still there.
Say what?
Happily
The box
for
is
you, the box is still there.
Oh, okay. Gar, don't do that to me, man.
You know me.
Listen, we don't want to shit bricks yet.
Oh. Honestly, the way this night's been going, it wouldn't surprise me if it just suddenly disappeared.
Yep.
My God.
And you would have still have at least the blood.
Yeah, we could fulfill our promise to the Anarchs at least.
And-
Assuming it is the same vial of blood, but yeah.
Yep. Well, it's for sure looked the same, and it's made in a way that you would need to break it to get on the blood.
Okay.
Yep.
Fair enough.
So maybe a magic user could exchange the blood, but those guys for sure not.
Yeah. Maybe this master of theirs, but that seems kind of convoluted.
Yeah.
Well, paranoid ancient vampire and all that, but whatever.
If it's an ancient vampire, that is.
Yeah, if it was an ancient vampire, we'd all be screwed, but
Oh, yeah.
that's beside the point.
Yep.
I'm just gonna carry the box out of the warehouse.
As you arrive at the exit of the warehouse, Amber approaches you.
Need a hand?
This thing's heavier than I thought it would be.
Don't worry, I'm here. I got you.
Perfect. You take that side, I'll take this side. We need to get out of here fast.
Gotcha.
Go ahead and do just that.
Yeah, bringing it to the car and putting it in the car and stuff is without a problem.
Yeah, we'll load it in the trunk.
All right.
And Aspen, you also
did.
realized that Amber made Esmet cry.
Made what?
That she made her cry.
Oh,
Yep.
I raised an eyebrow.
Wait,
Huh?
what? How'd I make her cry? What?
You remember?
Oh,
you
yeah,
remember
the-
when you made
oh,
it?
yeah,
Yeah,
forgot.
Yeah.
yeah. Already breaking hearts, I see. I give her a playful little wink.
Just a bit of a touchy subject, but we do have information.
All right. So, do you know whether or not the big boss man's going to be showing up tonight or no?
Apparently, he shows up sporadically, sometimes early, sometimes late.
I checked
As
the
of
I checked the time.
Yeah. 1 a.m.
We'd be cutting it close, too close. I was gonna see if we can get some surveillance on it. And nothing against your Sam, but he doesn't seem particularly good with remembering fine facial details.
How do
Give
you
him a
want to
few
know?
days.
We would need to ID whoever this master was if they showed up.
Give him a few days. I'll have him under the ropes.
I nod. Well, it'll have to do. We're gonna have to now do the fun stuff.
By the way, I do have some pretty important information.
Hmm?
The people we were looking for were not the people we thought we were looking for.
That line again. I rolled my eyes.
This
all
girl
coming
and the other
together.
two,
Sorry.
they were told to be called. I mean, they were told that they had to call themselves Sabbat members. They don't even know what the Sabbat is.
I kind of gauge the girl in the rearview mirror. Could just be a Sabbat ploy. Take some people who don't know what the heck they're doing, turn them loose, and if they screw up, well, they screw up. They're not any of their problem anymore.
And it
You
seems
know,
that was.
expendable soldiers and all that.
And if
so
so,
it
it
is.
seems.
And we should be back. I don't
Uh,
know how
Yep,
long,
there it is.
and I
Yep,
don't
we're
know,
live.
and I don't know how much we can
Can
joke
check
about the
that
ones we are looking for.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Oh,
So,
okay, so not far.
Not far. Good. I had something
All right.
above the chat that I did not see his message. I still did see the message above it, but not this. Thank you, Krito.
I'll just keep the stream open and I'll keep an eye on it.
Yeah.
But yeah, the people we are looking for are not the people we thought we were looking for.
And you said this whole joke.
That
and
line again.
yeah. Just to make a little recap what happened since then, I would say. One of you two can do.
It was a couple lines. I made that line a joke again. We speculated that they may not be Sabbat. They may be unwitting Sabbat pawns, because it sounds like they were just snagged off the street and turned into vampires and just turned loose.
Which is basically how the
No.
Sabbat acts.
Okay, fair enough.
Mostly
But-
they get a shovel above the head and need to crawl out of the ground after they wake up as a vampire the first time.
Though Aspen didn't hear that part.
That's also not what she said what happened to her.
Fair. That's a detail right there then. But yeah, Aspen doesn't know that.
Yep.
So we speculated that, and then we decided that we'd get the hell out of Dodge, and we're headed to a supermarket to get
All kinds of
grooming materials.
Yeah, all of the
Yeah.
things. All of the shaving things.
We are cleaning out the personal hygiene section, let me tell you.
Yes, we need clippers, razors, shavers, scissors,
Yep, all of it.
even the what's it called? Hair pullers.
Yeah, I know the German
Wax,
word, but
all of it.
Wax.
But yeah,
Oh,
that's
that
where
would
we left.
suck.
Or rather, I would say you don't need to play out your haul, so to say.
Yeah.
Yep,
Basically,
and
you go in, come out with like several bags of stuff, and then come out.
yep. Just have your shopping cart, go to the thing, throw everything in, go to the cashier, pay for it, and on your way again.
Pretty much.
Yep.
And I'm pretty sure, didn't Jack give us his phone number like early on?
Yes.
Just so we would be in contact. Yeah.
Yep.
So when we get back to the car, I'm going to ring him up.
Yep.
And while I'm waiting for it to pick up, I turn to Amber. You don't have to go into the meeting if you don't want. I think I can handle it.
Midway through waxing her hands.
I'm sorry.
Could you? I kind of wrinkle my nose. Could you not do that in the car, please. I'm gonna have to have James get this thing detailed. I don't want people thinking I've become a crazy cat lady. Give her another little smile.
Well, I mean, I guess all I really need that should be uncovered on my hands at the moment, so.
And Jack answers the phone. Look who's back.
Well. It's been a while, hasn't it?
Hmm. Haven't heard from you two anymore. I hope everything's fine.
Well, we didn't have any good news up until now. I am currently driving back into LA with a fancy little trinket here we talked about.
Ah, I see. Well, then you should go to Russell. I mean, Russell was it who wanted that box, doesn't he?
True.
Should find him in the last round.
Gotcha. Well, we're on our way there right now.
Fine. Maybe I will look into later, but I assume when I'm there you will be on your way again. Meeting with the chemies, huh? Am I right?
Yeah, that's not a conversation I'm looking forward to, but it is what it is.
Great. I will warn him that you come.
All right. Thanks
And he
a lot,
ends the
Jack.
call.
Okay.
He does the movie thing.
Yeah. All right. So the easy part of these next dance steps are taken care of. It's the hard parts that I'm worried about.
Where were you driving?
I look in the rear view mirror. Do you know a place called? Oh, you probably don't. You haven't really been out of that warehouse, have you?
She shrugs.
Well, we're going to an Elysium.
Think of it as a safe haven.
I nod. We have some friends there. They should be able to take care of you.
I see.
We'll drop you off there, leave you with some good friends. And then we'll come back for you later, okay?
She nods.
Still some questions I want to ask you, but for now, those can wait. I've got a couple more things on my plate that I need taken care of.
Wait a moment. Cons wants something. Cons, what answer? What do you do? What?
Cons, you never asked a question and never showed up in chat.
If you asked a question, I think it may have been in DMs.
No, she did write something in Discord. Cons, Discord, I will answer when we finished you. Cons kinda busy.
Yeah?
Yep, you slipped them into my DMs. I did see it. I will answer after the stream.
Yeah.
But yeah, do you want to have a little bit of a chat before you arrive at the last round?
Nah.
Nah?
I'll be keeping a very close eye on Amber to make sure there's not any shrapnel coming off while she cleans her hands and all that.
Mm-hmm.
And hope she doesn't start going, well, maybe a little bit further up the arm. Maybe a little bit further up the arm. Maybe a little further up the arm.
Maybe also the legs.
maybe all the way across the chest.
Maybe up to my wrist. That's your elbow.
Anyway, you arrive at the last round.
Okay.
Oh.
I don't think they'd mind if we bring a unwilling Sabbat member in, do you?
Well, considering that she doesn't even know what the Sabbat is.
Fair, though she has had her brain scrambled a bit.
Short reminder for you. And the Camarilla is only back in town because of the, in quotation marks now, as you know, Sabbat attacks.
So probably don't want to bring her inside an Elysium.
Yeah, well, Elysium is fine, but an Anarch bar, maybe if they figure out who she is, she maybe doesn't leave that place anymore.
Ooh.
Yep.
Yeah.
A little bit of
Exactly.
an GM hint.
Okay, then we'll leave her in the car.
Yep.
I was gonna say it's probably best that she doesn't mention anything involving the Sabbat.
We'll leave her in the car and yeah.
Yep.
Hopefully those strangers with the paper don't come around again.
Oh, I can promise you they won't. I say with a wicked smile.
No, not them. I mean, others like them.
Possibly, but if she stays in the car, they should leave her alone. And
I hope
honestly,
so.
honestly, if there are any more in town, they're going to be on guard now. I'm pretty sure word would have spread by now that something went down out of town.
And
You're
they-
right on that.
And then they are out for revenge.
Oh yeah, but for the moment, for the moment, they're not going to go in guns blazing because now the vampires are on guard.
Are you sure
Right.
about that? I mean,
Pretty sure.
I mean, vampires are stupid. That people they think they killed everybody, so we can take them by surprise. I mean, that's how some could think.
Yeah, fair. We'll deal with it. I doubt hunters will rock up and firebomb a random car.
Who knows? But you will figure it out.
It might be. Yeah. They might be insane. Anyway,
We'll figure it out.
Yeah, exactly.
make sure to take the keys with me, and then I head inside.
Yes.
Okay, we're looking for Russell.
Yep. Last time he was upstairs.
Yep.
The bar
So
looks
we will-
like usual. Some humans drinking beer, barkeeper doing barkeeper things, and a little bit of laughter, a little bit of arguments, the usual.
Yeah.
I, the person who called me a child the last time I came here.
You don't see him.
Aw.
Different person on shift.
Yep.
Either way,
So we'll
we're
just
still holding that one as a grudge.
invite ourselves upstairs, I guess.
Yep. And there you see Russell indeed sitting.
I wait to catch his eye, and then I go over to sit with him.
As you try to do that, you remember the short hair as Anarch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She approaches you again.
I pause.
Who
and
the
give her a
fuck
look.
do you think you are here back again? Don't you have an ass to crawl in, Cammy?
I give her a very big, toothy smile. Lady, I have had a very, very long night. So if you would please, I would like to talk to your boss, not you. I give her a
Boss.
little.
Oh, Cammy, you have no idea. But sure, talk
At
to
this-
him.
I was about to say at this point, Amber just says,
I'm sorry, but our business doesn't concern the likes of you.
Ooh.
Okay.
I give the girl a little
Did you really say that, Amber?
overly.
Amber, did you say that?
yeah.
Yep. Okay. What was the phrasing again? Goddamn. The what? She looks at you.
I just give her a overly done curtsy, and I step around her.
I just follow Amber at that point.
Yeah, you hear frustrated noises from behind you. But she apparently knows that you have business with him, with Russell, and don't want to let him wait,
Push
basically.
it any further.
Yep.
Victory for us, quote unquote, enemies.
Yeah.
Yep.
Look, Aspen's been through a lot tonight. She doesn't have a lot of patience left.
Yeah, but Russell then looks at you when you arrive. I hear you want to talk to me.
I take a seat across from him. Well, I did tell you we wouldn't be back without any good news.
I assume you have the box again.
We do. And I don't remember. I took the vial of blood out, didn't I?
Yep.
Yeah. So I'm going to reach across the table, take a napkin, and wrap the vial up, then pass it across to him.
He takes it, holds it a little bit in his hand, looks into it. That's the blood from the box.
Sure is.
He looks at you like he is trying to see if you're lying. But yeah.
Obviously, I'm not.
Yeah, then he just places it on the ground and stomps one time on it. You hear the...
Wait, what?
He places it on the ground and stomps on it once, and you hear the shattering of glass.
Wow.
Like I said, I don't care much for it. I just care about that the Tremere doesn't get it. In this way, I can be sure of it.
Fair enough. That was a lot more anticlimactic than I was expecting, to be honest.
What do you think I would have done with it? Dig it somewhere, put it in a warehouse with magical artifacts from all over the world. We're not in a fucking TV series, kiddo.
I kind of smile. Well, you know, kind of hoping for crazy blood rituals and earthquakes, brimstone from the fire, all that jazz. But, you know, some mountain boots will work too.
Well, I mean, so long as there's no spilled blood between us.
Not that far as I know. But that reminds me, were the Sabbat a big problem?
There were 3 of them. Took care of 2.
And the third one?
We're dealing with.
I see.
I kind of look to one side. She seems like she wants no part in this, so I'm giving her one get out of jail free card.
Well, I would advise you to talk to your prince before you decide something like that.
Fair. I kind of pinch the bridge of my nose. That's gonna be a little bit more tricky to pull off. So, if you never hear from me again, assume I screwed it up and got put to the pyre.
From what I hear, you are useful, so I doubt he would completely kill you.
Well, I got that going for me at least. Maybe an arm or 2. Just kind of smirk.
Let's hope not.
I say, holding an arm.
Well, I'll leave you guys to it.
Sure.
And I get up.
He grins a little bit. Create your prince from me.
I smile. I'll be sure to do that. After all, this whole operation wouldn't have been possible without you. I'm sure he'd love that.
Why not?
And turn and leave.
Yep. As you walk past the redhead, she makes a movement like she wants to attack you, but only, that's typical.
Just.
Yep.
She's such a tsundere.
To be a tsundere, she would need to like you.
Yeah.
What does that make her than a dere?
No.
Just a soon.
Yeah.
Sun.
Maybe soon.
Just a soon.
Or maybe she's just aggressive.
I do a very slight sort of scary. I keep it going. Oh, that bitch gonna kill me.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Because I'm not gonna lie. Earlier, if we didn't have business, Amber probably would have stirred the pot a bit.
Hmm.
I mean, if we didn't have business, I would have played the peacekeeper, but I know that Russell has our back, so
Right.
we probably couldn't get away with really doing some shit, but we got some wiggle room now.
Yeah. A little bit at least.
Yeah.
Yep.
We're getting stuff done.
Yeah.
Yep.
You help the annex a little bit so you don't die.
Yeah,
For
pretty
now.
much. Reputation level 1. You don't get killed.
Yep.
Anyway.
But speaking of the prince, I just remembered something with Amber and the prince.
Eh?
Amber still needs to tell the prince where she lives.
I did.
Oh yeah. No, you told him that you had the intention of getting someplace in this location.
Whoop, to the prince.
Yep.
Not to Maxwell at first.
Oh yeah.
No, Maxwell was the prince. Phantom Sire.
Yeah,
Yep.
we gotta go and visit him.
Or the
Yep.
prince at first. It's up to you.
No, we'll go talk to Mr. Carter first.
Yep. Do you want to talk while you drive?
Sure.
Yep.
So, it's not going to be really easy to bullshit our way through this. I hope you know that. The moment Mr. Carter or the prince opens that box, they're going to see the blood vials missing. And if that's what they were after, we're screwed.
Well, I mean, there has been some time that's passed.
Maybe
I
he
mean,
forgot.
we can-
I doubt.
It's not like we can completely bullshit our way through, but however, we can
If
give out selective truths, if you know what I mean.
That's exactly what I mean. Problem is, we're going to have to be sneaky about it. Because if Mr. Carter or Houghton think for any reason that we're lying, I don't think we'll be able to trick our way out of it.
In other words, we
So-
might end up seeing the sun if we fail.
Best case scenario. But we'll just have to play it smart. I don't really want to screw over Mr. Carter. After all, if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't be here right now. Probably be wallowing away in some office somewhere, doing dull working class shit, trying to impress the wrong people. Now look at me. I'm trying to impress the wrong people, but with a gun and superpowers.
Well, at least we're not behind an office.
Not yet. That upstairs apartment of yours is looking really tempting, though. It'd be nice to have clients come to us rather than reversed, wouldn't it?
You're not wrong, that's for sure.
Well, we'll consider that after we're done dodging the guillotine.
Right. For now, the best thing is to give as much of the truth, I guess, that we can give.
Oh, before I forget, and I turn back and look at what was her? It was Anastasia, right?
Esmeralda.
Esmeralda.
Sorry.
that was Aspen. It's Anastasia, right? Esmeralda. Oh, Esmeralda. Sorry, I'm real bad with names. Here's what we're gonna do.
Mhm. Should
For
have
the
said
time being, I kind of think for a moment. Well, I wanted to drop you off at Amber's place, but honestly, and I'm going to be completely honest with you, I don't trust you 100% yet.
I
So
can
for-
understand that.
So for the time being, you're gonna stay in the car. Once we're done with all this, and you don't try and stab us in the back, see about getting you a bus ticket out of town. How about that?
She nods.
Because whether you are or aren't Sabbat doesn't really matter. If anyone thinks you're Sabbat, that's it.
Mm-hmm.
And honestly, right now, I don't want that extra drama in my life. So we'll get you a bus ticket. You leave town. We never hear from you again. Sound good?
She nods.
Excellent.
I lean in close to Aspen.
So, what exactly are we going to tell the higher ups about her then?
We're not. If they ask, we will just say we caught another informant. We grilled them for information, then disposed of her. It's not a lie, is it?
Not a lie, but
Look, if they pry more into it, we could always say that she surrendered willingly. There was no fight involved. Which, in itself, is also not a lie.
I mean, basically, she did made sure that there was no fight and basically forced herself onto you.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
She did everything she could to surrender to us.
Mm-hmm.
well, I guess then.
If it was any other Sabbat, I wouldn't be going through this much trouble. But clear she doesn't want to be here. She knows whether she's lying to us or not. She knows this is a bad place to be. For helping us, she gets this one favor. But, and I'd say, looking in the rearview mirror, I hope you realize if we catch you back in town again, doing something Sabbat related, there won't be another get out of free card.
She nods.
Good.
Well, I guess that sounds pretty, convincing to me.
Oh, excellent. Then I guess my powers of negotiation aren't completely rusty. Let's give this a shot, shall we?
And you arrive.
Oh god.
Perfect timing.
Exactly at the house you started this game in.
Over at Mr. Carter's. All right. Do you stay in the car, Amber? Do you want to come in with me, or you want to stay with the car?
Well, the last time I remember, this guy didn't have the.
Oh no, I'm thinking of the sire, not the sire. The
Do you?
Prince.
Primogen.
The Primogen. Yep. The Primogen
Yeah.
was very hostile.
Yeah, he was.
Yep.
Yeah,
Still
if I
pretty
remember
sure he-
correctly, the Primogen didn't like her, so I'm like,
No, the Primogen didn't like me.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's why I said
Oh,
her.
okay. Oh, okay.
I can tag along.
All
This
right.
would be the first time I meet your sire, would it not?
No.
Well, you met him the night that we introduced ourselves. I suppose the two of you didn't really talk, though.
If memory serves, yeah.
It's hard to believe it's only been a week. It's felt like years.
At least half
Anyway.
a
You're
year.
not wrong.
At least half of one.
Meta jokes.
You're not wrong.
Meta joke.
Meta jokes.
Like,
All right.
wow.
All right, Amber, you're with me. Esmeralda, you stay here. Yes, I'm
Okay.
going to make it a joke that she gets the name wrong every time.
You did say the name correctly, Esmeralda.
We did.
Oh, it is Esmeralda. Okay.
Call her Miles Morales. Call her Miles Morales.
Amaranthine, you can stay here.
He looks skeptical but nods.
All right.
Next one is Miles Morales.
Miles Morales. And I just kind of take a look at her. Wait, you don't look like a Miles. Mia Morales. You're Mia Morales.
My God.
At one point, she just starts doing it intentionally. Anyway,
Yep.
we
Go
head up into the house.
Yep. You are greeted by the butler, Huffin.
Did we ever establish his name? I feel like I would know him.
I'm pretty sure we did. It's half a year ago. I forgot.
Shit.
Let's call him the butler.
The butler. Okay.
I was gonna say let's
Good.
call him Steven.
Because I was gonna address him by name.
Yeah,
Politely, but you know.
let's just say you do that.
Yeah.
His
Yeah.
name is Butler.
Butler.
What's last name Butler?
Related to Gerard, I assume.
But yeah, he silently brings you to your sire, who is in his office, so to say. Oh, by the way, did you have the box with you, or did you left it in the car?
Yeah, we'll bring the box with us.
Yep.
Actually, no, we'll leave it in the car.
Okay. Yeah, he looks at you. Greetings.
It's been a while, Mr. Carter. I give a polite little bow.
It is indeed. He points towards the chairs in front of his desk.
I very
We take a
politely
seat?
walk over and take a seat. Yeah.
Yep. So, you said you have the box. He looks at you. I'm afraid I can't see it.
We left it in the car for the time being. I can go and fetch it real quick if you would like.
He holds his hand and you don't need to. You have it here, at least. I assume your car is somewhat safe.
Yes.
Then tell me, how exactly did the situation happen you are now in?
Well, as in how we got the box?
He nods.
Well, we tracked the box to its original, the person who had it first. It seemed that
Golia, he nods.
they had a break-in, as I'm sure I told you over the phone, and the Sabbat were involved, or at least believed to have been involved. We were contacted by some Nosferatu who wished to help. Obviously not for free, but that's beside the point. And they helped us track the box to a warehouse outside of LA that was being protected by a couple Sabbat, or people who appeared to be Sabbat. We negotiated with them, we'll say.
He raises an
and we acquired
eyebrow.
the box.
And you said who? You implied that they may not be Sabbat.
It's unclear, and I'm not willing to make a judgment at this moment. Though all indications seem a little too conveniently to point to them being Sabbat.
For example?
There was something off about it. The procedure for how new Sabbat members are introduced, buried, have to force their way out. That's not what at least one of them went through. We interrogated one, by the way.
I see. You have this individual with you?
I paused for a moment.
I try not to give any hints, but glance at Aspen to try and figure out how we're gonna go about that one.
If I told you I did, what would you do?
I would want to have a talk with this person. I assume I'm a little bit better in gathering information from people than you are.
That's probably a safe assumption, yes. I was hoping to chase her out of town afterwards, but I'll leave her ultimate fate up to you, I suppose.
Not. But before we go to that, is there anything else that happened in relation to the box? Anything outside of the thing that would be usual, any rumors or stuff like that?
Nothing except who's the guy who had the box initially?
Golia.
Goliath. Nothing except the rumors and legends that Goliath said. I paid them no mind, obviously. My
Which
objective
would
was
be?
to get the box. That
You would
there's
be
a
well
possibility.
versed than I think I told you to keep everything in mind and remember it. Even rumors and wrong informations can be helpful at one point.
Fair enough. He made mention that it may have been owned by a primogen, or not primogen, very,
Antediluvian?
very... Yeah, antediluvian, yes, thank you. It may have been owned by an antediluvian, may have been owned by some absolutely crazy people. It was never really clear. Obviously, I never
see.
got a chance to see what was inside it before we went off for him to arrange collection. By the time we came back, it was gone.
I see. Well, then I would say bring your new friend and the box up here.
I hesitate for a little bit, but then I nod and get up.
He looks
Very
at
well.
Amber. If you want to, you can stay here for the time being.
I put a hand on Amber's shoulder.
Ken?
I'm trying to figure out how to respond.
Okay. Okay. Then figure that out.
Your hospitality is extremely grateful, but I think I will assist Aspen in getting the box up here,
Not as you wish.
if you don't mind, of course.
I try to conceal my smile, but I turn and head towards the door.
Yep. And he
And I
just nods.
Follow Aspen out.
Yep.
Well, we'll just have to go with this then.
I guess this is an interesting turn of events, but hopefully
Well-
one for the better. Hopefully.
I keep my expression intentionally neutral. And we head out to the car.
Yep. There's still Esme with a bloody face, and the car still not bombed away.
Yay!
Hey. Well,
If there are hunters
this point,
around
I take-
bombing cars, they did not found yours yet.
Yay! Not firebomb tonight. Woo!
yay!
Not firebound for tonight
Alright.
for now.
For now.
What I do is I take one sleeve of my jacket and wipe the bloody tears away from Esmeralda.
Yep.
So,
What's
so,
going
this
on?
gentleman wants to. This gentleman wishes to talk to you upstairs.
He looks at you. Who?
Uh,
his name is Alexander Carter.
She looks at you with an expression like, I
Hello?
don't know. Yeah, do you hear me? Test?
We hear
Test?
you now. What was that? Could you
Ah,
repeat yourself?
Did I make robot sounds again?
Yeah.
God damn it. Holy fuck, why is my CPU shortly at 100%? No more? What the fuck? No wonder
That's what happens when your CPU goes up that high.
I have an octa-core with 4 gigahertz, and I'm just streaming. There's nothing else going on. Why is it? What the fuck?
Right-click taskbar and go to Task Manager and see
I
what's
am in
causing all of
Task
it.
Manager, and it's now down. It was just a short, not
Oh.
so short, but a
Okay.
somewhat short burst. But still, what the fuck? Now it's
who
idling
knows?
at 26%, so it's fine. But what the fuck? HD was also going
Check to see
crazy.
check
Holy.
to see what you have running in the background later.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah,
That's
but
just the
later
usual.
on,
Yeah, not now.
The
as long as it's a burst.
Yeah.
Anyway,
This gentleman wishes to speak to you. Wants to hopefully assist you in trying to remember a few things.
Sorry, sorry that I laughed. I just did see constantly in the comment. Roll for better CPU usage.
yes,
one.
not a nat one.
Yeah, computer kit is fired.
Yep.
Damn it.
That's fine. But yeah, she looks at after you said to Alexander Carter with a face like I have no idea who that is.
I can give her a smile. It's okay. He wants to make sure that what happened to you doesn't happen to anyone else. After
If
that,
any-
we'll see if we can get you out of town, just like I promised.
She nods, and yeah, that seems to seems to make her go, so to say, or make her ready to
Okay.
come with.
E.
Oh,
All right,
simple.
and with
All
that,
right.
I head to the trunk and get the box.
Yep.
The box isn't there.
One carries the box, the other carries the woman.
Technically, yeah.
I carry the box because I strong.
Okay. Yeah, Amber carries box. I carry the girl princess style up the stairs. No, that isn't what actually happens.
Aww.
I don't think Aspen's strong enough to do that.
Can try.
Amber might be strong enough to carry the girl princess style while the girl holds the box on top.
But
No,
yeah,
I won't do that.
I would say
Brewhouse
you
strong,
arrive up
strong.
there without a problem.
Okay.
Yep. Yep. Who wants to arrive first in the office?
I shall arrive fast.
Yep. Then you just get a nod from him, and yeah.
And then we arrive.
And I assume that's the person you told me about.
I nod. Correct. This is Esmeralda.
I see.
got her
He
name right.
looks at Amber. Just place it on the desk.
Oh,
Well, I go ahead and do just that.
Yep.
Obviously, I got it right. It's my freaking sire.
Again? What?
I said I go ahead and do just
No,
that.
I meant
and I
Aspen. I meant Aspen.
Oh,
Ah.
I was just saying out of character. Obviously, I got her name right. I'm talking to my sire right now.
Yep. But yeah, he looks at you. Hold her.
Right,
I'm sorry.
take her arm.
The Esmeralda, you said. Hold her.
I put like one hand under her arm, and just to hold her steady.
Yep. And Amber, do you do anything?
I guess I go and hold one arm.
Nope. Yeah, he walks around the table towards her, so that he stands in front of her, and just without saying anything, looks into her eyes. For a few seconds, nothing happened. Then she begins to shake a little bit and silently cries. You need to hold her a little bit so she doesn't collapse.
All right, we'll get a better
I'm
grip on her.
concerned. Yeah, I'm
Same.
concerned, but I'm not doing any. I'm not saying anything.
Yep. Where do you look? Do you focus completely on her, or also him, or what exactly?
I'm kind of glancing between her and Mr. Carter.
Same.
Yep. Then at one point you see his eyes go a little bit wide, and then he ends whatever he does. She not really collapses, but you know this when you are extremely under pressure, and then all of a sudden it's gone, and and he
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep, and she does that. And he just clears his throat, so to say, looks at you. This is I think I need to talk to someone. Would you be so kindly and join our guest in the living room?
Of course.
Of course.
Yep.
Oh, we head into the living room.
Mm.
We're
Yeah.
carrying Esmeralda the whole way.
Mm.
Ye-
You're placing her on the couch. I assume you also hear
Yep.
him talk through the door, but you would need to actively listen to listen what he finds out.
Uh,
I'll give Amber a look.
Amber will look at Aspen before giving a quick nod, I guess. All right. What do I need to roll?
Perception alertness should be enough.
Perception, alertness. That is. There you are. And boop.
Yep. You hear the following. Yes, I understand. Yes, she is still here with my child and her acquaintance. Yes. Yeah, we will be here in a while. We will wait for you. Yes, thank you. And then you hear him at the beep of a smartphone ending the call. And not smartphone, mobile phone. And hear steps coming towards the door.
I flee back to the couch.
Yep. Yeah, he opens the door, looks at the two of you. If you want to make yourself look a little bit better, you should do that now. The prince will be here in a few minutes.
Oh boy.
Mm.
I nod. I appreciate it.
Nods.
I will excuse myself then. Take a
Of
little
course, I
bow and
could also inform you what will happen now.
I pause, and I turn and face him. Certainly.
He looks at Amber, if Amber wants to go to the bathroom.
I'm be right there. I'm sit right there.
Not move an inch.
Just right there.
Yeah. Unmoving, unblinking.
He looks at you, Aspen. Aspen, did you tell your friend what we are able to do in terms of memories?
I do believe she has witnessed it on one or two occasions.
I see. But to make sure, he looks at Amber, our clan has also the ability to look into the memories of the people around you, around us. And if need be, even change those memories.
I see.
She was correct when she said she didn't know the name of the person, but I did see his face in her memories.
Was it anyone you recognized?
He gives you an not very amused view. I assume you talked to him already, Mr. Stein.
Mr. Stein?
Very much in Haus Tremere.
Yeah.
He nods. He was in LA already for some time before the Camarilla officially came back. It seems like he has his hands in it.
He was the one who orchestrated all this?
If her memories are not changed by someone else, it looks like it. But I couldn't find any signs for memory changing.
That's
How is he able to alter or how is he able to keep her silent then without any memory alteration?
I would say probably spellcraft.
Probably
Considering-
a combination of high dominate skill and yes, blood magic.
It makes sense. I mean, I wish it didn't make sense, but it would make sense.
As you can imagine, this means we have somewhat of a problem here.
Indeed.
Amber's eyes widen before we stay silent. Before she stays silent for a bit. I just remembered something.
What do you remember?
We owe this guy a favor.
Yes, you did.
Oh shit. Well, yeah.
Oh my god. And considering how popular or well known we've become, oh my god.
Yeah.
This guy
I'm-
could tarnish that with a simple favor.
I'm trying very hard not to think about that, but yeah. Well, if it's all the same as you, Mr. Carter, I think I'll excuse myself now. Need to make myself a little better for the prince.
Of course.
Perhaps I would like to use your bathroom. I would like to make myself presentable for the prince as well.
He nods.
I then grab Aspen.
I'll show you the
as-
way.
E.
Yeah.
I grab Aspen as we head to the bathroom.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I take it we're in the bathroom at this point.
Yep.
Yeah, and I just go to the mirror and start messing with my hair.
I am pacing back and forth.
Shit. We owe this guy a favor.
Could just calm down, will you?
I don't know if calm would be the right word for this situation.
Look, it's fine. Obviously, if he wants to make us do something wholly against the Camarilla, we won't follow through.
All I
If
know is-
anything,
Go
if
ahead.
anything, we could possibly even turn this favor against him if we play our cards right.
Well, that depends on what he asks of us.
Granted. Of course, if it turns out to be too hairy, we could simply refuse it.
At
I
this
know
point,
that's-
I take notice of my body and give a huge sigh before I start trying to like get rid of it.
How exactly do you try to do that?
Well, I look to see if there are any like clippers or anything like that.
Not really, no.
We still have it
scissors,
all out
something.
in the car, so you
Yep.
could run out and get that.
Yeah, I run out and get some big clipper.
Okay, you run out. At the meantime, Aspen, what are you doing? Aspen?
Yes.
I did not hear what you said. Sorry.
I'm continuing to. Basically, Amber's running out to get clippers.
Yeah, that I
I'm
understand.
staying in
Here,
the bathroom.
that I hear.
Yeah,
clippers are here.
Yep, I'm staying in the bathroom, just continuing to sort of make myself all prim and proper.
Yep. Okay, then Amber, you run down to the car. Go to the car, grab the things, and as you turn around, a big fancy car holds in front of you.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
I run back up.
Now, before you can do that, you see the sheriff leaving the car and opening the door to the prince.
Ooh. The sheriff.
Sheriff and the prince.
Oh, this is getting
I-
bad.
I run back up.
Before he can see you.
Yeah, before
Yep.
you can see me.
You wouldn't happen to have a change of shirts, would you? Something preferably long sleeved.
I assume to whom do you ask that?
Probably
Yeah,
Huh? Who?
me.
to Aspen.
Ah, yep.
Considering the fact she has a huge blood stain on her hoodie from wiping bloody tears off of Esmeralda.
Granted. Well,
I would
that's
advise a quick answer. That
that
not only is the
would
prince here, but also the sheriff.
if I could turn paler, I would have.
Quick-
We're assuming that Mr. Carter hasn't gotten rid of my old room yet, but upstairs.
You wouldn't happen to know the way upstairs, would you?
Breathe
Or at least which room?
I breathe a sigh. Find the butler. I'll buy you some time.
Okay.
I then quickly run out looking for the butler.
Yep. Yeah, you find him.
Would you be able to lead me over to Aspen's old room, please?
He nods and brings you to the room.
I quickly change out. Oh wait, I just realized her clothes are prim and proper.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, I mean, there still might be like a turtleneck or something in there.
Well, I guess I would end up having to change into some slacks and a nice shirt, preferably long sleeve.
It won't be what you're used to, but
Yep.
should be able to cover yourself up.
And the moment you pull it over your head, you hear the doorbell.
Here we go. Oh, this is gonna be bad.
Maybe.
I finish doing my hair up in a bun.
I
Take a
guess
very
I go.
deep
Go ahead.
breath, and I step out.
Yep. Yeah, you see the prince is coming into the living room where Mr. Carter is standing already as you join them. They
I
exchange-
politely stand
Sorry?
off to one side and just wait.
Yep. They exchange
And
some pleasantries and stuff like that. And then this time also Amber finally arrives. Helpfully not out of breath because she's a vampire, doesn't need to breathe.
Right.
But if she would be a human, she would probably be. I assume
Probably,
at least.
yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I guess I take the few seconds I have to like straighten out my hair and stuff like that too.
Mm.
I assume she kind of comes to a stop next to me.
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah. I kind of very, very subtly straighten out some of the folds on her clothes, then just go back to standing and waiting.
Yep. In the meantime, Mr. Carter tells the prince what you told him. And explains also that he dominated Esmeralda and what he did see. Basically, yeah, she was forced sired by someone who was probably dominated and then taken care of by David Stein, or someone who looked like David Stein. And yes, then Mr. Maxwell looks to you.
I give a very polite smile and a bow.
I try to emulate Aspen in the moment and do the same thing.
Nope.
And after my bow, I very politely approach.
Yeah, he smiles a little bit. I see you did find a place in my city already.
I glance towards Amber, then I give a apologetic bow. We were going to be visiting you tomorrow to make it official, but as you were informed, events kind of spiraled out of control tonight.
I wasn't referring to this, but I'm thankful for you to remember this agreement we had. He looks at the two of you. What is your, as the people who are deeply involved in all of this, what are your thoughts about the situation? I'm always interested in what the people in my city think, especially younger ones who maybe have a different perspective on the world than I have.
Perspective? I straighten up and I think for a bit. I'm gonna be honest with you, my prince, but it was kind of a kick in the teeth. Granted, I went into it expecting my own expectations and realized very quickly that they weren't accurate. People around here just want to be left alone and want to live happy lives.
I was more referring to the direct results of what you did find out and what this could lead to.
That. Honestly, it all happened so fast that I haven't yet been able to parse it all together.
He smiles a little bit. I appreciate your carefulness, but be assured I'm asking you to speak freely. As long as you don't insult me, you can talk without fear.
Of course. Yeah, these past couple nights have been very informative. It was, I'm out of character real quick. I'm trying to understand his question.
His question about what you learned about it now, Stein, and that the Sabbat is maybe not a Sabbat, and so on, and what this could mean for the city.
Okay.
That
okay.
whole thing. I thought he was asking in general, like what?
No.
That's why I gave the answer I gave. Okay.
And I was there thinking, what is he doing? Why? What the fuck?
Like you
that's
worded
what I
it
thought.
weird.
Yeah, probably.
So
trying
that
to
whole-
speak in this kind of ways, and then my English skills probably resulted in that.
That's fine.
Yep.
Let's see if I can word this properly then. Well, it's clear that there were someone at least trying to point the finger at the Sabbat. But we're only using them as a scapegoat, as far as I can tell. Oh, were you gonna say something?
I go ahead and give a quick bow before interjecting.
Mm-hmm.
With all due respect, I do have a few theories of my own as well.
I asked both of you.
It is a possibility that Sabbat members may be trying to have us tear each other apart from the inside, pointing fingers at one another.
This is also a real possibility. It's awfully convenient that the Tremere Primogen is behind all of this.
Of course, there also could be the possibility that the Primogen of Tremere is most likely trying to become a member of the Sabbat in some way, shape, or form. However, considering their position, it wouldn't be as easy for them to join.
Wouldn't be as easy or as wise. I'm personally of the mind that Mr. Stein may be being set up for something. I have no evidence to prove this, of course, but I do believe that may be the case.
He nods.
Sorry?
I
also partially agree. From the data that we've collected so far, I believe he may be the oldest Primogen within this area.
He's the oldest Camarilla. He's the oldest member of the Camarilla in this city, if that's what you're referring to, which would technically make him even the former prince of the city. But yes, he is for sure the oldest Primogen.
And to lead the oldest Primogen within the Camarilla to the fall, that would most likely make it easier for Sabbat members to infiltrate, would it not? At least with a major threat down.
I understand your situation. Your thinking. The problem is, Those Sabbat attacks, what do you know about them and what they lead to?
In a broad sense, destabilizing the area, putting a bad, what's the word? Making the Camarilla look bad, I suppose.
He looks at you.
That's
How
right.
so? The attacks on the city started when we were not here, and since we are here, the attacks calmed down a little bit and were less often. It looked more like the Sabbat is afraid of us and doesn't act now that the Camarilla is back in the city.
This is true. If I may offer a different point of view,
You know?
it could be that, as you said, Daniel Stein is the oldest primogen in the town, which would have effectively made him the prince before the Camarilla showed up. It could be a possibility that Daniel Stein is wanting to recapture some of that power.
It would also be possible that this whole situation was his plan to become officially the leader of the city. I imagine for someone of his power, it would be easy for him to find some humans and make them to fail Sabbat, so to say, to raise chaos in an Anarch city until the Camarilla comes back with him as someone who lives here for years, the prince of the city, and then all of a sudden the Sabbat is found and destroyed. But then, oh dear, someone else becomes the prince, and the Sabbat is still here, but not that active anymore, since the one in question has other dealings to do now.
This is also a possibility, yes.
Obviously, we can't prove that.
Right.
Except for the box, maybe a little bit. Did you know why your sire wanted the box?
I didn't ask, and he didn't tell.
He looks asking to Carter, who just nods a little bit. It was for a favor. He owned the premier in the town, an older favor, and for this, to pay the favor back, he was instructed to get the box.
Ah.
The dots
Which-
are connecting.
Well, if the Tremere were cashing in a favor to retrieve the box, but Daniel Stein intercepted the box before we could deliver it, no strings attached, where does that fit in?
Well, it would mean that your sire still owns the Tremere and favor, and also there's no connection to the Tremere and the Sabbat, since they even called in a favor to get the box back, and wouldn't it be for the Sabbat, they would have got the box, so obviously it's not their fault. Or at least that could one think.
I see. So, call
The way I
in a
see
favor. Oh, go ahead.
Oh, go ahead.
I was
It
gonna
sounded like
say-
you were about to say what I was about to say.
So call in a favor and then arrange things in such a way that they don't cash in the favor. Is that how I
Exactly.
understand it?
Exactly.
Have a group of people calling themselves the Sabbat end up bringing them the box instead, so the favor doesn't get used.
Indeed.
And then keep members of the Camarilla still under your thumb. Clever.
Indeed, and normally I would have congratulated him. The problem we have right now is the Anarchs. As I
How
have
so?
told you, I don't think it's the wisest decision to do it like other people in my position and just proclaim that we are back and every Anarch is part of the Camarilla, obviously, of course. And so everything is fine. I try to go a more diplomatic approach. The problem we have now is with the whole situation. Did you meet the Primogen of Clan Pruha yet?
I don't think we did.
Nope.
We have not just yet.
I shook my head. No, I don't think we have.
He nods. He's a former Anarch and still lives for the cause, you could say. Just is of the opinion that inside of the Camarilla it's easier to change the Camarilla instead of fighting against it, which makes him not so popular amongst the still Anarchs. But let's say our theory about Mr. Stein is correct. And he gets information about it, which is probably something that will happen. The secrets in our solution are rarely secrets for a long time, which would mean that he could try to use that to raise his reputation by his former comrades. Which then wouldn't mean that the Anarchs would know that would think that a Camarilla member did make a fake Sabbat to weaken the city, so the Camarilla comes back in the city, which would make my work rather hard.
Indeed.
On the other hand, when I would go open with about this, I would admit weakness that I haven't have my people under my control. You see the problem I have right now.
I do, yes.
Which brings me now to you two. As I see it, there are multiple ways how to resolve this situation. We could go completely open and let the Tremere take care of their traders, because the Tremere have a rather even more hostile connection to the Sabbat than the Camarilla or the Anarchs in general have. And get a new Tremere Primogen, basically, while simultaneously giving the Anarchs the last member of the former Sabbat, or the people who called themselves Sabbat. The other situation would be to do nothing and hope the information doesn't come out, which would mean we need to take care of Mr. Austin, the Primogen of Clan Pruha. And the third option would basically just say we have erased the Sabbat out of town for certain, which would also mean we would need to kill your friend, I guess. Either one of those three roads has some benefits to it and some weaknesses. And either way, when I decide on one part, the blame will be on me if it goes wrong.
Right.
Which leads me to, like I said, you two. Since you two are the one who figured out this whole situation, I think it would only be wise if you two also bring up a solution we should choose. And since you have a complete overview and probably talk to all sides in this situation, as far as I know, you even met Mr. Stein, you should be the best to give an informed, what's the word? Goddammit.
Decision.
No, not decision, informed, when you tell someone that, hey, this would be a good idea. There was a word for it. Empfehlung in English, goddammit.
Impromptu?
Wait a moment.
No, it informed, informed decision
No, not decision.
Form-
Decision would be. Wait, I'm Google Translate work. God damn it. An informed
Conclusion?
recommendation.
Recommendation. Okay.
Yep.
Well,
And
Actually,
obviously, I would be wise to listen to this informed recommendation. So, how do we act now?
well,
actually, I'm going to need a moment for a potty break.
Okay, no problem.
yeah, I
Yeah.
think I will too.
And also some minutes to think. Huh?
Just like party break. I think I know what my decision's gonna be, but
Yep.
be right back.
Yep. I love it. Why is it so exhausting to GM sometimes? Oh yeah, wait, I can just do a be right back thing and go to toilet too. Hey.
Biff.
Biff.
I has returned. So, what do you think?
I would be back. Are you two back?
Hi.
Can we continue?
Yes. Yes.
Yep, then I do this away and we can continue.
Yeah.
What decision do you take?
What? If we could have a moment to possibly discuss it between the two of us.
Of course. Mr. Carter looks at you. You can use my office.
Thank you. I excuse myself politely.
Same.
Yep.
So, do you think? So, what options are we gonna go with at this point?
At this point, there's really no great option as laid out. In all honesty, I think the best course of action would be to deal with Daniel Stein. Because yes, we could go deal with the Primogen or the Bruja Primogen, but what's to
He
stop
is a
Daniel
primogen
Stein?
for a reason.
Yes, and what's to stop Daniel Stein from pulling another stunt like this? Just one a lot more carefully thought out.
I agree.
If it's correct that he planned all this with the understanding that he would still be the prince, only to be superseded, then that's why this plan fell through so spectacularly. But if he is allowed to stew on it for a while, could be next week, could be happening right now, could be a century from now, who knows? But if you ask me, Daniel Stein's already demonstrated a desire and a capability
ambition.
an ambition to cause chaos like this. And honestly, I don't look forward to having to deal with a Tremere Primogen, but
Then it sounds like our current best option is to possibly announce that the Sabbat is no more.
Which would mean killing Esmeralda.
I personally don't think she should be, though.
I agree. I don't think she should be, but in order to tie up all loose ends, she would have to die. That's the problem.
I mean, she could just get off at passing as a caitiff, can't she?
What are the odds that she would be able to, though?
Well, considering that she basically was just accepted by a sire and then left for dead, that's kind of the background of a caitiff.
Try and look at it through. What was the out of character real quick? What was the prince's name? Totally blanked it.
I just wait. I just said the name. Wrong file. John Maxwell.
Maxwell. Okay.
Yep.
Well, try and think of it from Maxwell's perspective. It is still a possible loose end. If someone was to trace it all back, come back to her, well, now it turns out Maxwell lied.
Also, he said
We
to
could
let
run it by him.
to what you seem to, from what I hear, they seem to not have heard. He said let the premier take care of the Primogen, basically, since they hate the Sabbat even more.
True. Just
So
tip
basically,
them off that they're yeah.
that, and basically also he didn't imply that it would be your job to take care of the Primogen, which he probably know would
Yeah,
just
'cause we'd
be
be
a suicide mission.
we would be hopelessly outclassed if
Yeah,
we went
so-
up against Stein.
Because it sounded like your in-character thoughts about why this is a bad idea would be to fight, that you would need to fight against him.
Yeah.
Yep. Just wanted to throw that
this
in.
is true. So, here's our options. We tip off the Tremere that Daniel Stein is a no good backstabbing son of a bitch. We go and we try and deal with the Bruja Primogen, possibly having the duty of doing so foist upon us, or we execute Elizabeth, or whatever her name was.
Well, isn't there a way for us to be able to save her in some way?
Naturally, we just have the Tremere Primogen dealt with. Then we give her the bus ticket like we promised. We send her out of town. Because I don't know about you, but dealing with the other two options are have her executed, or we deal with the Bruja Primogen, which would put us in very bad standing with Russell and Jack. Considering how much of a help they've been, that doesn't sound like a good option.
I agree.
So,
And I personally like to go about this with as less bloodshed as possible. Ironic, I know, given what I am.
true. Of course. There is also the fact that Stein tried to screw us over, and we owe a favor to this son of a bitch. I owe a favor to this son of a bitch. So having him out of the picture would wipe that debt clean. So what do you say? Dethrone a Primogen and move on with our lives? Ken?
Ken? Oh dear.
Oh boy.
I think Ken died.
I think he did. Or else his mic muted itself.
Oh.
Okay.
There,
there
he
you
is.
My mic decided to kill itself.
Okay. I
Yep.
figured it was something like that.
Yep.
I was saying that so far is the best option.
Yeah, of the options presented to us, yes.
So long as pretty much as many people that are alive stay alive as possible, I'm happy.
Very true. And, well, considering Daniel Stein's has been a major thorn in our side this entire time without us even noticing, yeah, I think he's got some dues that need paid. So, let's go give the good word.
Let's.
And we walk back into the living room.
Yep.
I'm scared.
Maxwell looks at you. I assume you made a decision. Aspen,
have.
by the way, sits there completely quiet and makes herself as small as possible.
In my and my associates' point of view, Daniel Stein is the one at fault for all this. Even if we went after the Bruja Primogen or dealt with this loose end, I kind of gesture towards Esmeralda, that won't stop Daniel Stein from concocting a different situation to grab for power.
One
He's already
potentially
shown
more elaborate.
Exactly, and he's already shown he's not afraid to throw the entire city and Camarilla into chaos just to do it.
I see. And
So
I
that's-
would say that is indeed a wise decision. He pulls up his specs to basically and takes, well, stature, makes himself a little bit more stiff, so to say, and speaks in a more official voice. Then he talks to the sheriff and also Josiah, basically to everyone. It's basically he makes an official declaration that from now on will be shown. Then I, from here on out, declare Mr. David Stein, former Primogen of Clan Tremere of the city of Los Angeles, a traitor of the Camarilla, and call out a blood hunt towards him.
I'm sorry, what?
Furthermore, his victim, the vampire known as Esmeralda, was the name, I think. Looks at you.
That is correct.
His victim, known as Esmeralda, will be charged with no ill doing, since she was for sure under the control of Mr. Stein's dominate and also his blood magic. But in terms of good relations with the Anarchs, she will get brought to the Anarchs so that they can decide on their own if she should take any repercussions from her actions, since she did take some time to decide to fight against Mr. Stein's influence.
I nod.
He looks
I
at
also
you two, and as I understood it, you two are in good connections with the Anarchs.
They played a role in all of this, yes.
Hey, nuts. Then it's your official task now to bring Miss Esmeralda unhurt and, well, in the state she is right now, to one of the barons of the city.
Of course, of course.
Understood.
If you want to have a little hint from my side, it's probably best to bring her to Hollywood. Mr. Hunter is a person that looks at the things a bit more with a calm view, so you could say. So she should there have the most chance of survival.
Of course.
I appreciate it.
He looks at you. Then you are dismissed. Take her and bring her to Mr. Hunter or any other baron of your choosing.
I bow. I will do so. Thank you very much.
And Mrs. Reed, Miss Anderson,
Yes.
I will know to whom you bring her.
Of course.
Of course.
What you gonna do?
Probably take her to Hunter.
No, I mean now.
Oh, okay. What are we gonna do from here? Okay.
Oh, Amber remembers, and
One, two,
my
skip
apologies.
a few. 900.
I give a quick bow to the prince.
Mm-hmm.
My apologies. I almost forgot to inform you of our new location. If we could possibly tell you in private.
Just squeeze that in there.
Of course, I assume I have this time left.
Yes.
He points
While-
towards the office.
While Amber's doing all that, I'm gonna escort Esmeralda back to the car.
Yep. Yeah, he points towards Mr. Carter's office.
And I head towards Carter's office.
Yeah, and shortly thereafter, Mr. Maxwell and the sheriff are following you.
Scary.
They close the door behind themselves and then look at you. So,
I have decided and now on a location within Bel Air.
I hear Bel Air is a rather adventurous part of the city for Neonates.
Indeed.
From what I've experienced so far, that's definitely not an understatement.
Stepping outside if I get a little noisy.
No problem.
Kiki.
From what I've experienced so far, it's definitely not an understatement.
He nods. Then I need your exact address, please.
Of course.
I go ahead and give him the address.
Yep. He takes it. Oh, and one last thing, a bit of advice. Most Gangrel are proud of their science. But if you don't want to have the one you have right now, you can always start to frenzy on your own.
You know, I was actually gonna suggest that at one point if we could arrange things in such a way that
and
she
also
could frenzy in a safe spot.
Yeah, and also the sheriff grinses at you with, it looks like some animal teeth.
Oh
Wait, the
my.
sheriff grins at me like an animal?
No, he grins at you after what Max said, and not Maxwell said, and you see that he has animal teeth, basically.
Animal teeth.
Yep.
Ah.
Yep.
And
now,
we have that entire unused basement too.
and now go. I assume your friend is waiting for you.
Of course. Thank you.
Oh, wait, I know what happens though. If we frenzy too much.
Well, yeah, we don't like just do it back to back to back, try and get a good one, but like,
No.
periodically, like,
After a certain amount of frenzy, you get two. The last one just stays, and you get a new one.
Oh, okay.
Yep, that's what he is referring to, I think.
Yeah.
Yep.
Eventually I'll end up as, like, if I frenzy too much, eventually I'll end up as an owl-bear amalgamation.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'll end up having, like, wings and legs of a bird, but fur and snout of a bear.
Hmm.
I'll
All
have to
possible.
freaking hide you.
I mean, gang from Methuselah look wild. Literally, they look wild.
Man, those guys are wild.
Yep.
Like, wow.
Oh, wow.
But yeah, I assume you also walk quickly down to Aspen.
Yes.
Yep. Yep. You reach her when she just she just closed the car door after Esma.
Okay. Hello.
All right.
I'm sorry, I just gotten a guest visit from Archie.
Oh, hi Archie.
Go ahead and say hi to the stream. Hello.
Hi Archie.
Hello.
Hello. I also do not know why. I also do not know why I just put on this radio announcer voice. For some reason, I just did.
Stop.
Yep.
No.
Cut it out.
No.
Cut it out, bitch.
I don't want it. Damn it.
God damn it.
Ow.
Mm. Continue.
Yes, continue.
Yes.
Continue.
Oh, waiting for you.
So, I have just returned. I went ahead and informed the prince of my current new location.
Perfect. So that's one less thing we have to worry about. What time is it?
After you look at the clock, it's 3 a.m. Still some hours of darkness, but not that much.
Yeah.
Let's go ahead and deliver Miss Esmeralda to Hunter.
Yeah, well, we'll have to do that real quick. And
And I guess as of now, trying to avoid trying to get stopped by a blood hunt.
preferably, just keep on our best behavior then. Sounds like the blood hunt is named at us anyway, so it should be fine.
You're not the target of the blood hunt, you're fine.
I know. but
You
still-
know what a blood hunt is?
Yes.
Then tell me again to make sure you really know. Just to
I
be
remember
safe.
Blood hunt is kind of like, a bounty hunt. However, I do know that some vampires on this blood hunt will diablerize their target to assume their power.
Mhm. Yeah, basically. And also, every vampire has the opportunity to help the blood hunt as far as it's possible for them, every vampire in the Camarilla.
E.
Yep. And be it just not to be in their way of the actual hunters.
As of now, Amber just doesn't want to be devoured.
Fair.
That's why she's panicked.
Yep.
Let's
Well,
just say
well-
she's experienced what it's like for an animal to devour another animal
Fair
alive
enough.
on top of that.
Well, let's get to Hollywood.
Yeah, let's.
Yep, we'll start the car. Do you
Yeah,
want to talk
we'll-
while you are driving?
I'm good.
If anything, just reassurance to Esmeralda.
Yeah.
Yeah, she also
Maybe-
looks at you. That I remember right now. What will happen now?
So, next step is we're going to visit the Baron out in Hollywood.
And
If
then?
if he's willing, he'll take you in. You could stay in the city. It might be a little rough for you, but it's better than the alternative.
And if all goes well, you may end up being accepted with open arms for who you are. Let's hope it goes that smoothly at least. But as of this point, your decisions will basically be your own.
She nods.
And it works out better than our original idea. You won't have to live in fear of vampires coming and trying to find you.
She nods. Calmly.
Yeah.
So as of now, just try and relax as best you can.
And he will be gone. He will not come again.
The way how things stand now, it doesn't look like he will.
She nods. Thank you.
It's all right. We'll make sure everything's taken care of.
And with that,
Ow.
you arrive in Hollywood.
Yeah.
Hup,
Maybe broke one or two speed limits to do so, but
Yep, you arrive.
and we go back to
The place where he lives. Yeah,
Yep.
the door's locked as usual.
I turn to Amber. So, worst comes to worst, we may owe this guy a favor. Hope you know that.
I mean, if anything, we at least have something as leverage, at least ahead of the times.
I mean,
compared to
basically,
everybody else.
he tasked you with taking care of the Sabbat.
True.
Yeah. So I mean, if anything,
Depends on how
like
sleazy he is, though.
he may end up owing us a favor at this point if we do it correctly.
Fair. All right. Well, I hit the doorbell.
Yep, takes a while,
With a
then you
buzzer.
hear the voice of Dave. Yeah,
E.
Hey, we're here to see Mr. Hunter.
Hi, Dave.
Hi, Dave. Open the door and I.
yeah, we
sure
see
let's
Dave
roll in.
and the thing, the room with the stairs and so on.
I give him a short wave on our wave pass.
Mm. He just nods.
Dave.
Hey, Dave.
Don't be mean to the security vampire.
Or no.
Eventually, I feel Amber and Dave will get to the point where they just like snap at each other and point at each other, like,
Hey.
right?
Maybe, who
They'll
knows?
get there. They'll get there.
I mean, you probably would need to become the Anarch for that.
That's Amber's end goal. There's other vampires like, I'm gonna become a primogen. I'm gonna become like as strong as an antediluvian. Here's Amber like, I'm gonna make finger guns at Dave.
I'm gonna be friends with Dave.
Hell yeah.
Did you hear the train sound too? Was the train sound from Roll 20 or was it from here somewhere?
I didn't hear anything.
Okay, then it was from outside. Okay. That sounded like a
Getting ready.
stereotypical train sound. As
Oh.
what the fuck? What's going on, Ian?
Yeah, I don't live near a train track anymore, so
Yep.
wouldn't be me.
I mean, I don't live near to them
it's not
too.
that close.
Yeah, it's those train horns, and yeah, they're loud.
I'm aware.
Yup.
I've lived by train tracks my entire life.
Yeah. Oh, that reminds me. I heard today from my workplace an alarm going, and I was so short. Should I write the guy who is on duty today if everything's okay, or should I just leave him alone? But no, I wasn't mean. I left him alone. He probably was cursing a little bit and being annoyed. I mean, it's an alarm.
Oh, I'm sure.
Yep.
We
Yep.
go ahead and go up to George Hunter.
And knock on the
George
door.
Hunter. Yep, knock on the door.
Yep. Takes a while and then, yes.
Hi, it's us again.
I did just had a call with Mr. Maxwell. I assume you're here because of that?
Correct.
Good. Then come in and take a seat. You have
As
Aspen
you
with
just
you,
said.
right?
Yes.
Yep. He then also looks to her. I assume this is the woman in question.
It is.
Who knows?
And she was all swept up in all of this, so she doesn't. If anything, we wouldn't be in the position we're in right now if she hadn't fought as hard as she did.
I was not completely informed about all the details, but I would be very grateful for having your complete perspective on what exactly happened.
Well, the simple answer is she was forced against her will. She was turned into a vampire, made to obey someone else's will that set her directly against the Camarilla and potentially the Anarchs as a result.
She fought like hell to be able to try and get us out of the situation for her.
I think I worded that wrong.
Close
Yeah,
enough.
yeah. But let's say he understood what you meant.
Thank you.
Yep. Yeah, he also looks at you. So, in other words, she is one of the people who acted like they are Sabbat and let us think the Sabbat is in town.
Basically, yes.
But against
She-
her own judgment or will.
She
And
was
then
told
after,
without understand.
as soon as she had the chance, or the guy behind all of this, I understood correctly, it was the Primogen female. At female Primogen, after he wasn't there for a while, she was not enough under his control anymore to completely obey him and did inform you about the situation.
Man, word travels fast. Yeah, essentially.
Word doesn't travel fast, that was basically what you told him. He just
fair
rephrased it.
Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough.
Yes.
I see. Well, I guess you then have done your duty. She will stay here, and I will talk to the others how we proceed from here on out.
All right. I thank you very much for all this.
Well, if I remember correctly, I did ask you to give me information to help me deal with the Sabbat, and you did not that, but instead took care of the whole Sabbat. He doesn't make air quotes, but you can hear the air quotes. Situation.
Fair enough, yeah.
So this means also from here on out, you're always welcome in Hollywood until you do something that leads me to take this privilege back. I know you're officially not Anarchs, but you will be acted upon like you were in my part of this town,
Oh,
Unofficial anarchs.
so to say.
We greatly appreciate this gift you've bestowed upon us.
He nods. And I hope it's the beginning of an successful cooperation. He smiles a little bit, and who knows, maybe one day you will decide to officially join us.
we'll see how the cards fall. I'd say with a smile in return.
Mm.
Well, all I can say is that it's definitely not a no.
Yeah, he also laughs quietly a little bit, but you can see him chuckle. But well, I would say I have some things to do, and I assume you want to calm down from this whole situation and take care of some things. Maybe eat
Yeah.
something.
I glance at Amber. Yeah, it'd probably be a good idea. We might
Agreed.
end up. I check my watch again, saying maybe we'll have to leave that for tomorrow night.
Yep.
Getting a little early.
And I assume you leave?
Yes.
Yep. So then let's make a jump to in front of the building. Or do you want to go directly to the car and Tom?
Yeah, we can go to the front of the building.
Yep.
You know, that all worked out a lot better than I thought it would.
agree. Now we can focus on a few other things. Us with our whole group gathering thing.
Group gathering, little hygiene, I suppose.
I
I'll
say,
have to-
looking down and then remembering that I'm covered in fur.
I'll have to get someone to replace the door on my apartment.
Speaking of which, have you found him yet, or have you heard anything from him?
No, I haven't. Left instructions for him to call your number, but I frown. We'll deal with that after. Consider it a post-mortem.
That actually reminds me. Wasn't there a sign? Wait. I was about to say, wasn't there a sign earlier when you found your apartment?
Crap, what did that say? I mean, I'm pretty sure it was just...
It was
just
an
a threat
intimidation
from-
tactic.
Yeah, it was just a threat from the quote-unquote Sabbat. Keep our distance, which clearly we didn't do.
Or maybe it was the actual Sabbat.
Yeah, who knows? For the time being, I suppose I'll have to sleep on your couch for once.
You can't see. Oh no, Amber just makes a grin. Wide-toothed grin.
Mm.
Or I could simply kick you out of your new bed and take it for myself.
Her grin still remains.
Well, either way, let's get home. This
Let's.
has been one hell of a night.
And
The
you're
sooner we can head off to a new night, the better.
back in the car at least, where you can also talk in private.
Yeah,
Yep.
let's go to Amber's apartment.
Okay. But before you arrive there, I would want to end it there for today.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's actually a decent place to stop it anyway.
Right?
Exactly.
Oh,
Especially
I was
since
gonna say, like, if we're gonna be going to the new night, then we could just like go there, head off, and then start the next session on a new morning. or
yeah,
new
I
night.
would say let's do that exactly. But before we do anything else, yeah, feedback.
Woo! So many things tied up. Yes. It all came together quite nicely.
Right?
I honestly didn't suspect the Tremere dude.
Nor did I.
Which, looking back on it, I should have been at least a little bit more suspicious of him.
Yep.
He's good with magic. There was powerful magic involved. I'm still not 100% convinced he's the one responsible, because, there's the
Yep.
people have the ability to change their forms.
Mm.
Right.
So they wouldn't need to alter the memories. They could just be implicating him.
Because here's the
but-
thing, like, I know the Nosferatu have the ability to change their forms, but then again, not many have the ability to dominate either.
Yeah, but there's also the Simizi who, well, they also don't have dominate, but they can physically change their body.
Then again, that would also imply that the real Sabbat was there too.
Mm.
Yeah, which it very well could be. I mean, we just put out a blood hunt for one of our primogens.
I mean, even if it was he's really innocent, on the other hand, it was a good way of Maxwell to take care of someone who becomes too powerful or is a thorn in his side.
I mean, granted, yeah.
Yep.
But that would make
It's-
us no better than basically the personal prince's lapdogs at that point.
I mean, that's essentially how we started out.
I mean, we started
We-
off as nobodies. We just ended up being upgraded to high authority watchdogs.
Well, on the other hand, most of the time, most GMs in Vampire make the usual quest situation. Prince brings the players together and gives them a task. So, compared to that, you're still very free-minded, so to say, in all of this.
Yeah,
Fair.
the quote-unquote main quest line was given to us from Carter, not Maxwell.
Mm,
And now we've given that. We'll have to see how that plays out.
mm,
Because we don't know the fallout of all that.
yep.
Right.
Thankfully, they didn't actually check the box while we were there.
Well, they
That-
weren't
that
really
would've been
interested in the box in the first place.
Granted,
Yep.
but if they did open it up, they might realize, oh shit.
Maybe, maybe not.
Maybe.
I mean,
who-
they
who
may
knows?
think, oh shit, but then again, oh wait, actually, ooh, they could end up coming to two conclusions. Either one, oh shit, he already got the blood, at least if they're aware of the blood, and two, oh shit, what did you do with the blood?
Might accelerate the whole blood hunt thing. So
I'm just
I get the
happy
feeling,
that I could finally finish at least this plot
Yeah.
line after half a year.
yeah, finally all come together, and now Aspen has no driving force behind her.
Amber
her
does,
whole
though.
mission. Oh yeah, Amber does. Aspen's kind of finding her own
Mm,
ground to stand on, being the whole headhunter deal.
yep. Maybe a vampire hunter too.
Yeah, that too. I mean,
A
they have
vampire
heads. I
hunter.
can hunt for one of those.
You're a vampire hunting vampire hunters.
Yep.
I'm a hunter. Hunter squared.
Oh my god, why is it that I can just imagine it on top of like the tech shop that Amber owns, Hunter Squared?
Hunter squared.
Yep.
That would fit too, because there's two of us.
But
Right?
with all of this, what happened? What do you say to this whole quest line?
Oh, it was good.
It was good. I'm glad that it's finally over, but at the same time,
Yeah.
I'm also looking forward to what other stories these two will get into.
Well, there are already multiple stories you have your fingers in.
Oh yeah, we do.
Yep. Yep.
I'm talking about
The-
like in
the-
general. Like we still have the gang thing.
Mm.
Amber still has to like, get her shop off the ground.
Mm.
Yep, there's all that.
Then there is the hacker Anarchs or nerd Anarchs who wanted to
what?
get in the nerd Anarchs. Don't you remember when you
yeah.
were in Hollywood with those
I didn't hear. I heard
nerd
hen-
Anarchs?
I heard hen. Yeah, I heard hen and anarchs, and I'm like, wait, what?
no hentai Anarchs.
Oh no, I didn't say hentai.
Yeah,
I said hen,
I know, but it sounded
which is
like
why,
that.
which is why it confused me.
Yep.
hentai narcs.
And yeah, there
The
are still
lewdness
many
of the
things coming.
anarchs. Oh yeah, there's lots of.
But you were saying, what about the nerd
possibilities.
anarchs? I know they were
Um,
looking for a group.
Yeah, they also said they did go in contact with you at some point.
Yeah, they said they'd get in contact with me.
Yep.
Let's see. There's the quote unquote nerd squad. There's the shop. There's the gang war, which we now have a direct contact to.
To direct contact.
There's
We need to
still
McKeel, I think it was.
Yep.
and Max and Espina if we go
Yeah,
that
that's the
route.
one. Espina, yeah.
Yep. McKeel via someone else.
Yeah, and then if he does call it in Daniel Stein's favor that we owe him,
Oh,
that's still kind of over our head, and the whole Kingmaker with the scepter threat.
Oh, I forgot about that.
So there's still a lot going on.
Oh
right
yes.
now.
Oh yes.
The thing that I'm scared about too is like if oh my god, Blood Hunt he calls a favor in. Oh god. he calls
Technically,
favor in.
when there's a blood hunt against someone, all favors towards him are null.
Okay, so
Oh.
we're good on that then.
Yep. Yep.
Assuming he doesn't try to think we don't know that.
That's something you could try, yeah. But I mean,
Assuming. It'd be a desperate move, but assuming.
yeah. But I mean, it would be weird when the prince said he needs to die, and he can just go to someone. Hey, you still owe me a life boon, so help me get out of here.
Help me fight the entire Camarilla. Cool, thanks.
I'm sorry, you may have asked for a favor, but not that big a favor.
Well, the biggest type of favor is a life boon.
I know I told you some useless information about that shotgun and the runes and whatever, but fight the Camarilla for me, KK.
Yep.
I don't think that's gonna pan out, Chief.
No.
Right?
And there's also the whole human fighters for the thingy still. You remember the guys where you took the care of the videotape with?
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Those
But
guys,
wait.
yeah.
That's if they even decide to call us again.
If they do, indeed.
Well, we may end up running into them barrel first again.
Hopefully not, because as far as we
Hopefully.
know, they were kind of just like against adult movies of that kind in general.
I mean,
Against snuff
they'll-
films,
they'll
you mean?
also-
Huh?
Snuff films,
Yeah,
and it
snuff.
seemed like they were
Yeah.
at least partially aware of the supernatural side too.
Were they?
Like I don't know. It seemed like they were definitely had the drop.
They
on
weren't
us.
normal.
Yeah, no. they had a gun to my face. I don't think being a vampire really would have helped me in that situation.
Yeah, but in terms
Here's the
of
thing,
not
they had a
norm,
gun to your face, but like their intuition was not human.
Yeah, no.
maybe they are just extremely well trained.
There's that possibility too, and he just had two street level investigators coming face to face with freaking
Navy SEALs.
special ops.
Yep.
That's basically what happened.
Yep.
Ooh, outclassed from the beginning.
Yep. I mean, you are vampires, but your background doesn't have any private and suspective work and fighting and so on.
Nah, we ain't soldiers.
Yep.
So
And who knows what's
Last-
in their background?
at least they were reasonable enough to not shoot us on sight.
Yep.
Right?
But
Yeah,
yeah,
there's
they are
those
also
dudes.
still roaming around.
And then there's also whatever the heck is happening with James.
Yep. Which
Ooh,
is
what
something
happened to James?
which is something I fucked up a little bit, to be honest.
Oh, okay.
My actual plan is, I just forgot it last week. My actual plan was that he was in the Hunter's basement, captured, so to say, and interrogated, and I
Oh.
forgot about that in that moment.
Oh, it's probably
That's
a
what I
good
thought
thing.
too.
Yeah, I forgot at that moment. Sorry.
It's probably a good thing too, because if Aspen found him tied up, they wouldn't be taking anyone alive.
Yep. I know we captured you. I know you can't run away, but die.
that guy right there, that's mine.
Yep. But no, I will find a solution for that situation, a new one.
That's
Yep.
fine. I still need to actually flesh him out and give you more details on him too.
That would be helpful too.
So yeah, now I gotta show Susan and Sarah that I don't have bear ears anymore, but fur covering me every night.
Yeah, that's gonna be fun, huh?
I feel like
Take an
Susan- I feel like Sarah is gonna get used to that pretty quickly, but Susan, she's gonna have a field day.
Yeah, she's either gonna tease you or is gonna be like, "What the fuck? What is happening?"
Maybe
Sarah,
she-
on the other hand, I feel like is just gonna stroke that fur and be like, soft.
Yep.
Big
Maybe Susan goes full Nagatoro on you.
Yeah. Yeah, I could actually see that.
Yeah. In hindsight, she reminds me much of Nagatoro, and I did not want to do that and so on. But yeah, also
That's our entire interaction between her and Aspen too. It's just two Nagatoros going at it.
yep. But also, 5 XP for everyone.
Yay!
Yep.
We completed the plot line.
Mm.
Major
And one of the big ones, or more precisely, the bloodline that was basically the base for the whole situation here.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was basically the idea, more or less, okay, Sabbat is in town, but what if it's not really the Sabbat?
Yeah.
Yep.
The main thing that had Aspen going, I need to prove myself. I'm free now, and I need to prove myself. And surely, and now look at her. She's like, "Heh,
I've proven myself. Now the time to prove myself.
I
even
proved
more.
myself, I wish I wouldn't have.
I approve myself to people I don't know."
At the start, she was a bit like, to make a reference, like a slice of life anime. I can do that, I can do that. And now she's more.
Yeah, yeah, like her. Just thing, I can do anything. I can do this, gain favor, and become the freaking most powerful vampire ever. And then like, now look at her. Heh, I did it. And
Now what?
and it didn't even have to sacrifice this girl, because
Yeah.
early on, Aspen, she would have sacrificed her without a second thought.
Right.
Like, well,
Character
this is the easiest way to do
development.
it, just- yeah.
Yep.
Now she went out of her way to make sure Esmeralda had the best chance she had.
Character development.
Character development. It's like Aspen said a couple sessions back. Like, I thought becoming undead would mean I'd be less human.
I mean, the whole humanity thing basically lets many vampires to act more human than actual humans.
Yeah.
Yep. I mean,
Yeah,
every
like
time you don't act human, you are nearer to the beast and you lose more of who you really are.
I mean, yeah.
Yep.
Look, when you become undead, you become more human, trying to keep whatever humanity you've had.
Yep. You act more human. You act more human to hold on the little humanity you still have in you.
Exactly.
Yep.
By the way, there's an anime I know of that's similar to that in a sense,
Oh, well.
called Zombieland Saga.
Yes,
Oh.
yes. I love that anime. Oh wait,
These
isn't
girls
there
are
the second?
zombies and-
Isn't there the second season out now?
Yes.
Oh, I need to watch the second season.
Zombies.
But yeah, these girls are zombies in the anime, and they
Become
act
an idol
more
group.
human. Well, yeah, they also act more human than I'm assuming they did beforehand.
Mm.
Okay.
But he's happy.
Yep.
Very fun
Yes.
session.
Mm.
That was a very fun session.
Oh yeah.
So
I do has a question though.
Oh, well.
are we gonna be ending it with the with us getting in the car, or are we ending it with us in the apartment?
Getting in the car.
Okay.
Yep.
So next session we can go about the whole slapstick event of trying to shave this
Yep.
bear girl.
It was-
Slapstick, shave, bear girl, go to sleep, wake up, find myself covered in fur again, and shave again.
Yep.
Damn it!
Oh, this will be amazing.
Oh,
Then again, that's
can
also if
see-
she doesn't frenzy first.
Yep.
I can see Susan getting super pissed off. Like, we did all that work yesterday. Now you gotta do it again. This is your life
'Cause-
now.
Phantom, I'm gonna let you know this. Because I'm hoping like you kind of forget the next session. She's hungry,
Yep.
Oh, I know she's hungry. 'Cause you
and it
just
takes
frenzied.
energy to, yeah, and it takes energy to wake up.
One blood point.
So she may end up getting very, very agitated when she wakes up tomorrow.
Yep. But
Well,
I would say at first we end the stream now.
Yeah.
Yep. And thanks for watching, guys. And
Yeah.
see you in 2 weeks then, since the next week I have night shift again. God damn it.
Yeah.
When we
Um,
come back again, we will greet you guys with an amazing session.
Probably. At least that will be funny.
Hopefully,
then-
I may be traveling,
Oh,
but
Traveling?
yes. Oh no, that's 2 weeks out. Okay, never mind.
yeah, 2 weeks out.
Yep. But yeah,
But yeah.
with that, bye.
Until then, bye.
Bye.